diwli lanni maaro lanni
fop lanni
awa joni mi anda honno gerde ten e ngal ɗo sabu e ngal ɗo Ibrahima jonnal taw joni mi anda se yahay kapitiki ñawloyoɗen ha humpodire e makko est ce que on noon e warude
waɗen no awa
ane kore Ibrahima ma ko to woni
mo Amérique
ko Amérique a woni kede humpitaki fiɓe musidɓe men baluwo ɓe andanɗa kala ko wawɗa wonde e aduna o si a rewi e juuɗe maɓɓe a jonnay ɗo dépassement o Gambia hara no weeɓi a yahata kadi taw ko mbuɗi ɗi no ƴawi walla no jippi ɓe haalantama ko kala ko falɗa ko sengo ñamete ili nebba maaro basal pomme de terre kala ko rewi ɗon a hendoto hara no weeɓi kadi wona ɗum ɗon tu ɓe jonnira e mobile phone siko ɗum kadi laptop kala ko wayrode ɗiɓe hay kaspawa ɓe wawma jonnude kadi sa fala humpitade ko weeɓi ƴetti Google account ma joni data ton waɗa download app maɓɓe on ayiyay kala ko humpima e maɓɓe ton ɓe weeɓiyama
ka wonɗa wo e aduna on
kala ko wawɗa
a jonnanayi wonɗo ka leydi men Gambia ɗo dépense
hara no weeɓi ha ma si ɗum non fof no neeɓi immoɗen joni mi ɗowtama ka place maɓɓe jana
waɗen joni
iya heɓa ko falaɗa
waɗen kisam.
Are you thinking of owning your dream homes? EGA Investment is here for you. Secure our quality bungalows with 2, 3 or 4 bedrooms, or our story buildings 3 or 4 to 5 bedrooms at very affordable prices with flexible payment plans at our Sanyang Seaview Estate, where you can enjoy the cool breeze with modern infrastructure such as tar roads, covered drainage system, modern electrification with street lights, gated entrance with security posts, and social amenities such as gas station, shopping mall, medical clinic, park, schools, children daycare, and a lot more. Our dedicated team of professionals will keep the estate clean at all times, provide security and patrol team within the estate premises, install latest technologies such as CCTV, Wi-Fi, home network installation, solar panel, and power backup system. Also, check out for our additional home facilities and interior design service such as premium tiling, wall plaster, home landscape, fingerprint home lock, and a lot more. Visit our office at Senegambia Kololi Highway and get a free site visit tour, or contact us on 4464-838. WhatsApp us on 3259-220. Or you can visit our Facebook page or Instagram on EJ Investments. EJ Investments, we are first in properties.
For the first time in the Gambia, your favorite GSM operator, Africell, is the first and only GSM operator to launch a brand new technology called the eSIM. The eSIM simply means you can use your phone without a SIM card. Do you have an iPhone 11, any of the iPhone X series, a Google Pixel 3, or any new phone that supports the e-technology? Then walk into any Africell customer care center and activate your eSIM today. With your virtual Africell SIM, you can use more than one number without having a physical SIM card in your phone. Enjoy this brand new technology for the first time in the Gambia, brought to you by Africell. eSIM, your phone without a SIM card. For more information, please call 111. Where Africell goes, nobody dares to follow.
Welcome to the playlist for the first time. It's an honor having you.
Thank you very much.
First of all, then they follow the playlist, no?
Yes.
Sometimes?
Sometimes.
No,
I want to follow sometimes.
Okay, great. The one because my first time I get interview someone doing football. So I know I'm going to struggle a little bit because I don't know much about football.
You'll be good.
Then I did my research and I'm sure I did my support.
You'll be good.
So congratulations. We're at the verge of winning, qualifying rather. We need only 4 points. So, but before I knew them, I would like us to talk about some experience because you're in Gabon. And I understand being in there was a little bit struggle. You guys had to spend the night at the airport. Can you tell us what exactly happened?
Before getting any further, I would like to say a big thank you to the fans yesterday for the amazing support. Even though they were not at the field, but we've seen the love on the social media.
Okay.
and we are happy that the whole country is behind the team, which is what we needed.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I mean, regarding the incident about the Gabon, the home and away, we had a terrible experience too when we went there, but we were not crying like they did yesterday. Yeah. So we went there as men and came back as men, because it's not the first time we've been experiencing these kind of things.
Yeah.
I think Gambia is always nice to away teams, but whenever we are out, we struggle either with hotels or transportation. So it's always a struggle. And in Gabon too, we came with our negative COVID test, and but they had to keep us at the airport to do another test, even though we came with a negative COVID test. Then after the game again, we had our chartered flight ready to fly us back to the Gambia right after the game, but we couldn't fly. We went to the airport and we were told that the workers at the airport they've closed. Nobody's at the airport.
Wow.
So we couldn't fly, and we spent a couple of hours at the airport, and we had to go back to the hotel for another 10 hours before we could fly back to Gambia. So we've seen the social media that they experienced a similar thing when they came, and unfortunately some Gambians were,
to my surprise, supporting them, like
supporting
saying they should have gone through that, knowing you guys have gone through something like that without nobody complaining. How did you feel about this whole situation? Do you think it's hypocritical, or?
I mean, I think it's a bit hypocritical, but that's the nature of most Gambians, isn't it?
Yeah.
We have to be
Story of our
straightforward,
lives.
right? I mean, when we went there, we struggled, but we were not complaining. So they came. I mean, they had proofs. They showed pictures. We had our pictures too.
Yeah.
Later, we showed our pictures too. But Gambians jump into conclusions so fast, and I've seen some people went to the extent of wishing them.
Gambians?
Yeah.
You were
on
kidding
social
me.
media saying, I mean, the better team should win. I don't think as a Gambian you should
be saying something like that.
Exactly. You should be 100% behind your country.
We should all be patriotic. Like, it's not only you guys playing for the Gambia. It's all of us. It's Team Gambia. So we definitely have to support each other and stop being hypocritical, like you said.
Right.
So let's move away from that and talk about the game. How was it like? Was it tough? And how did you guys manage to win?
It was a tough game, because football-wise and in the FIFA ranking, Gabon is far ahead of us. So we were the underdogs literally in the game yesterday. So we knew we had to fight to get those 3 points.
Yep.
They have big players, and we have quality players too.
Nice.
So the game wasn't an easy one, but it was. This is a moment for us to make like a big history that's never happened in the Gambia before. So you could see the desire yesterday in the game. Everyone put their life on the line for these 3 points, because we want to make our country proud.
Yeah.
We are not doing this just for ourselves, but for the next generation that are coming.
Sure.
Because we qualify into the next AFCON, it's gonna open a lot.
Yeah.
Because now we've seen that agents are not really attracted to come to the Gambia to look for football players, because we've never been to an African Cup or a World Cup.
Wow.
It's different from our neighbor Senegal. You see agents every time coming to Senegal, because they are always going to major tournaments. So the white people will think, okay, these guys have a lot of talent there, but if you've never been to a major tournament, it's difficult to attract agents to come to the country. So this is not really about us, but for the next generation that's coming.
That's great.
So we were playing for a lot of things, for our country and for our kids
to
and
pave
brothers
way for the younger generation,
that are
like
coming.
you said.
So
that's great. So what do you think is the problem? Why is it that Gambians find it very difficult to win in big games?
I mean, like I said, football requires a lot of investment, financially too. And I think, like I said yesterday in my interview, the GFF provided a chartered flight for us for the first time, going away and home. And we've seen the football that we've played.
So you're saying that never happened?
That never happened. This is the first time getting a chartered
flight.
flight.
So will you say it kind of contributed in exhausting the boys?
Because normally we used to struggle a lot for, flying to away games and coming back home. Sometimes we go on away games and When we are supposed to play the same team home, they would be in Gambia even before us.
Wow.
Because we use a longer route to travel.
Which doesn't make sense.
Which doesn't make sense. So they're providing the charter flight, and we giving them the result, so that if everything is done properly, the result will surely come.
Definitely.
And I guess we are on the right path, and we are saying a big thank you to the GFF for giving us all the required.
So they normally say Gambian footballers struggle a lot in Gambia here. Do you think that's true?
I mean, we struggle because as a Gambian, you have like out of 10 people, you have only 2 that are lucky to make it out, to make it to pro. Because, like I said, agents are not too much here. Maybe 1 or 2 agents will come every 6 months to the Gambia.
Wow.
So when they come and see one player, it's difficult for the other kids. And there is so much talent here, but the exposure is the main problem. The struggle and everything is not about the talent. The talent is there, but the exposure is the problem.
Yeah, that seems to be a problem everywhere, even in the music industry. They're also struggling for exposure. So before we get into asking you deeper questions about your career, I would like you to tell the viewers who Baboucarr Steve Trawally really is and where is he from?
Yes, I'm Baboucarr Steve Trawally, a 26-year-old Gambian professional footballer, currently playing in the Emirati for Ajman Club. And I'm born and raised in Bundung. And
originally from where?
Originally from Badibunokunda.
Nice.
So I'm a big Badibunka, yeah.
Okay. Take us through your struggles from when you started football in Gambia. I mean, what was it like and what made you fall in love in the game?
Yeah, I've always been a big football fan since when I was young, but being young in Gambia, I always found it difficult with my dad to focus more on football. Because
why is that so?
Education.
Wow.
So you had to mix football with education, but I always wanted to be a football player. But my dad thought I was maybe a bit too smart to waste the education for football. So
well, I'm sure he wouldn't think that way anymore.
He won't. He is one of the biggest fans right now.
I'm sure.
Yeah. So I mean, it used to be a struggle, but luckily my mom is a big football fan. So
great.
I always find a way during weekends when I'm supposed to go studies, and when I have games sometimes, I'll find a way to make a deal with my mom to escape and go play football.
You owe it to your mom, I guess.
I owe it to her.
Great.
So, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's always good to have support in one of your family members. I mean, if they didn't support you, perhaps that would have affected your dreams and you would have given up and be doing something else. But I'm glad your mom was really your #1 fan, which led you to where you are today. So let's also talk about your first team. I guess you played with Real de Banjul.
Sure.
That was in 2010 to 2014. What impact did the team have in your career?
Yeah, I mean, when I was going to school, there was a second division club actually, Serekunda East, that scouted me. But then I was going to school and playing football, so I was not really focused because I was in the final year of my studies, so I wasn't really focused. I played just a couple of games, but luckily there was a guy who saw me, and he was a close friend of the Real de Banjul president, William Abraham. So he told Willie about me, and then I was invited by Real de Banjul for a trial, and luckily they loved me. That was how I got the chance to play for Real de Banjul.
Nice.
My first season with Real de Banjul, I won we were second in the league, and the following season I won the league, won the Super Cup in the following season. I was the top scorer in the GFF league for 2 seasons.
Great.
That was when I had the chance to move to China.
Oh, nice. On 12 January 2015, you were transferred to a Chinese Super League side, Hangzhou Greentown. I guess this was your first international team, right? How did you get to join the league? And tell us about your experience working with the team.
Yeah, I mean, in 2014-2015 season, there was a Swedish agent who came to the Gambia. First, he sent one of his scouts, his younger ones, to come. The first one came to do like a thorough scout in the league. Then he saw me and one of my teammates, Buba Sane, who was the center back yesterday in the game. So he went back and told the agent that I've seen 2 good players in the Gambia. So the agent didn't come. He sent another guy.
Wow.
The second guy also came and scouted me, the same Buba, and another player. So 3 of us. Then the big agent came himself. He came for 3 days and we were having a game. I scored and Buba Sane scored 2.
Wow. How many goals did you score?
I scored 1 and assisted, and Buba scored.
Great.
So then he got the recommendation from the first agent, the second agent, and he's seen himself also that we both of us scored. So he was convinced, and that was how we got our chance. And I was sent to China, and Buba moved to Denmark. So going to China was a bit of a push and pull with my family, because being a kid in Africa, we always have this mentality of Chinese people different, you know. So
I know.
my elder sister didn't want me to go.
Okay.
But my mom and I had to convince my mom and dad, and Willie also, who is like a father to me, the Real Banjul president. He came to the house, convinced my parents, so we could convince my big sister to let me go and have my try. Cause
I'll jump in there. How did your big sister feel with everything that is happening now? I'm sure she would be like, "Smusta bon Steve mudem tay."
She was crying yesterday after the game.
She must, because look
crying.
at what happened. Like that was a stepping stone for you moving to China, which has led you to where you are today. So imagine you not going at all.
Exactly.
I mean, I guess sometimes when things like this happen, not only for you, but other kids, their parents should allow them to you know, go and explore other countries. I mean, the exposure is what we lack here in Gambia, because our parents are so protective. So definitely, I think your parents did well leaving you. Yeah,
in convincing my sister, because I was like, you know, this is a chance that I don't know if it would ever come again, because I know being a Gambian, it's difficult to have a chance. Like it's difficult to have an agent taking you outside. So I was like, I have to do this. This is what I want to do. I want to be a professional football player. It comes with the struggle, whether in China or in another continent. I would go for this and see if it works. It works. If not, then
I guess your sister was just being
overprotective.
Yeah, because you know what happens. People transport people from Gambia. I mean, with the whole idea of giving them opportunities. With the whole idea of giving them opportunities. In turn, you could have been, you know, they could have sold you.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably they would have made you.
I was pretty young.
Chinese,
I was like 18,
Chinese,
19
put
by then,
Steve in a Chinese dish.
Exactly. So I think she was just being overprotective.
Yeah, I guess so too. So, how did it make you feel knowing that you have somebody scouting you? Because every footballer's dream is to play international. You being in Gambia, struggling here, not knowing whether you would ever see yourself playing internationally. How did this make you feel?
I mean, every time I step on the pitch, I'm like, I've worked really hard for this. That's why whenever I'm playing, I put my heart and soul into it. Because I've worked, I struggled a lot. But obviously people will just see the enjoyment part, but they wouldn't see the struggle. But those that were with me from the start, they've known how much I really worked hard. My mom, everyone. I used to wake up like, you know, here and Fajara Beach is like so far, but I used to wake up. As a young kid, you can have fare every day to go to the beach. I used to take a bike from a neighbor and ride the bike every morning to Fajara to go train. So whenever I go to the pitch, I think about all these struggles and the people that are supporting me, and I feel like I have a lot at my back to work hard. So it motivates me to keep going.
Like they say, hard work pays off. Right? Great. You were then loaned to China League one side, Gambian, right? I hope I pronounced the name right, because these Chinese names.
Good.
Okay. Until the end of the season, what does it mean to be playing on loan, and how does it contribute in your career?
Yeah, I mean, I never wanted to go on loan at some point, because I wanted to play in the Super League. But I came from Gambia without any videos or any tapes. So the team that signed me was a big club. And they were not sure a kid from Africa, Gambia, a country that is not well known, is he really ready for this big league? So they were like, okay, we want to take him on loan. Then after getting experience, then we can get him back. So they took me on loan, and I had advice around me, really, and my agents and other people, that sometimes it's good to take a step back to go forward. So, and I think going on loan was a very, very positive thing. It was a good decision that I made, because it helped me get the game time that I needed to show myself to the world. And I went to Gambian, and they made me feel at home.
Wow.
Luckily, because sometimes you struggle in your first season, but luckily for me, I scored on my debut.
Wow.
My first game as a professional player, I scored, and the team went 11 years without winning their first league game.
Wow. So you took them from where they were to...
From 11 years without winning a game to winning a game one goal to nil, which was my goal. So that goal really boosted my confidence, and from that I wasn't stopping. I ended up the season with 17 goals.
The loan was a positive one.
It was a very
because
good
loan
one.
mom level malasi ham level again. So this one mom is a good loan for you. Okay, on 14 March 2015, you made your debut from Gambian in the first round of the season against Jiangxi, where you scored your first goal in China in the 52nd minute of the game. How did this make you feel, coming from a small country, the Gambia, playing in a different country?
Yeah, I mean, it was a big feeling. It was a very big feeling to score on your professional debut, coming from a small country. When I was signed, everyone was like, who is this kid? Where is he from? So scoring the first goal and introducing yourself to a big world country like China was a very big feeling. It was a good feeling for me. I was happy that I scored the goal, and that goal really pushed me to really boosted my confidence to even go for more and believe that I can do this.
Great.
Yeah.
So on 23rd May 2015, you were sent off by waving a finger towards your opponent in a league match against Tianjin. Yeah?
Yeah.
This resulted in a ban of 4 matches and a fine of 20,000 yen. Yeah? Tell us what made you acted the way you reacted, and how did it affect your career?
Yeah, I mean, as a young player, you go through this stage. You either learn the good way or the bad way. So unluckily for me, when I'm in the pitch, I always want to win. I'm so hungry when I'm in the pitch. I'm a very bad loser. When I lose, my tempo is so high. So we was losing that game 1-0, and the guy said some bad racial words to me. So I was angry, and I could have reacted in another way, but I was just angry, and I gave him the middle finger, and then the cameras caught me. A kid from Gambia, I forgot that there are cameras everywhere in this professional world.
Yeah, I forgot the way you feel.
I forgot that this is not Gambia. There are cameras everywhere, so I gave the middle finger, and then the cameras caught me, and I was sent off and suspended.
Wow.
And of course, it has a negative it kind of tarnished my image a bit, because there was so much bad things said about me in the media. He's a spoiled brat and stuff, but knowing me, like knowing where I came from, I'm mentally very strong. Like you can't easily wind me down. I'm very strong mentally. I took all those negative criticisms and take it to motivate me.
Nice.
I knew if I come back, all that will go away. So after 4 games and the fine, I came back, started scoring again like never before, and everyone forgot about the suspension, and the love came back.
True. You scored your first hat-trick in China on 18th July 2015. Let's say you scored 17 goals in 26 appearances in the 2015 season. What kept you going?
Yeah, I mean, scoring a professional hat-trick is not an easy thing. There are many big players who are playing in the big leagues and have never scored a hat-trick. So scoring 1 was a very big achievement, but scoring 2 in a span of a month was a very, very, very big achievement for me. I was very proud, but I didn't think it was enough. I kept working hard and then was always hungry for more. So I kept going, and then that was how the goals kept coming up, and getting those hat tricks pushed my confidence level higher. So I was not easy to stop that season. I was just going, not stopping.
Right. Yeah. You're just a determined person, and I'm sure a lot of young people would look up to you. You made a permanent transfer to Gambian Funde on 13th February 2016. Why did you transfer from your previous team?
I was a bit, making the decision, I was a bit hurt that Hanzo, even though they were the ones that signed me from Gambia, but they didn't trusted me that much. They didn't give me a chance to show myself. They just said, okay, he's a kid from Africa, let's take him on loan. So I felt like I owed a lot to Gambian more than Hanzo, because Gambian trusted me, took me without any videos, and gave me the chance, made me settle down, made me feel at home. I was very loved in that city. You go to the stadium, the biggest picture you see is my photo.
Wow.
So it was an easy decision for me, because I felt so much at home at Gambian than in Hanzo. So when Gambian wanted me for a permanent transfer,
you didn't think twice.
Hanzo also wanted me to go back, because after scoring 17 goals, they wanted me to go back. But luckily, the decision was on me to make, and then I chose Gambian without hesitation.
Great. Yeah, because they trusted you, even without videos, like you said.
Right.
Your performances kept on improving, but you later left for another top-tier club, Guangzhou. But Gambian made an official statement that you were under contract with the club and disapproved to your transfer. What happened?
Yeah, I mean, it happens in football when you are like the biggest asset in the club. Like when you are the top that they think they can gain their financial status with, they don't want to let you go. But my contract was finished with them when I already signed with the Danish club. So moving to Guangzhou, sorry. Guangzhou was a very big club also, and a very rich club in China. So they knew that, and they tried coming to claim something. But in the end, the FIFA ruled that I was a free player still, and I was free to move to Guangzhou. Yeah.
Okay, but was it a little bit challenging?
It was a little bit challenging, because I remember I moved like 2 hours before the transfer window closes was when everything was finalized, because we were waiting for FIFA to make a decision, and it was taking time, and it was very stressful, because I couldn't sleep those days, because I knew if I didn't sign before the window closes, then I would have to sit for 6 months without playing football. So it was a bit stressing those couple of days, but luckily we got the letter from FIFA like 2 hours before the window closes.
Wow.
Because the window was supposed to close at 12 a.m. So we got the letter at 10 a.m. I was supposed to fly with the team that evening, because we thought we were going to get the letter, but I couldn't fly with the team, so I had to wait in Shanghai, because we were in training camp.
Wow.
Because if I took the flight before the flight lands, it was going to be after 12.
Okay.
So I had to wait till and fly the next day. So it was a bit challenging, but luckily everything was signed and sent before 12 a.m.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
So in February 2019, you were moved to Saudi club Al Shabab, where you are now loaned to Emirates side Ajman club.
Yeah.
This was in September. Take us through to this experience.
Yeah, I mean, from China, my target was to play in Europe, but so moving to Saudi was not really what I was hoping for. But coming from China now, financially, we all know that in the football world, the Chinese are paying the salary in China and Europe and other parts of the world is different. Yeah. So if you come from, for me, my target was from China to Europe. But coming from China, it was very difficult for European teams to match my salary and my transfer fees. So it was always expensive. I had interest from many big clubs in Europe, even in England, but they couldn't match my salary. And I'm a kid from Africa also. I wouldn't take a pay cut of over €1 million or something just to play in Europe. I have a big family, a whole community here to take care of. So at some point I was like, I want to play football in Europe, but also the financial side is also very important because I'm from Africa, we are poor, and I have a lot to take care of. So in the end, Saudi club Al-Shabaab came knocking, and the Arabs and the Chinese are the only ones that could match my salary and my transfer fee. So it was also another deadline day transfer. I moved to Shabab also on the last day of the transfer. So I'm not lucky. I always, when it's time to move on, it's always difficult with my negotiations because of the financial sides of my contracts. But luckily, Al-Shabaab was able to match my contract, and then it was the only option. Either I take it or I sit another 6 months. But it was not really what I wanted. My target was to go to Europe, but because they couldn't match my salary and my transfer fee, then I moved to Shabab. Yeah,
but you end up resigning.
Yeah, then I signed a 4-year deal with Shabab, played 1 season there, and then I moved to Ajman on loan because I was struggling to settle down in Saudi because I was there alone, and knowing Saudi, it's a very strict country. It's very difficult to leave, so I struggled a lot to settle down, and I wasn't really enjoying my football, so I demanded that I want to move out, but they were not ready to sell me because I was the record transfer deal of the club. They paid a lot of money to get me, so they said they will not sell me. It's either I go on loan or I stay. Yeah, they have to get their profit. So then they agreed to let me go on loan. That was when I went to Ajman. Played 1 season there. Then this season also Ajman wanted me to extend the loan, and Shabab asked me if I want to stay in Ajman, and I'm like, I'm happy to stay in Ajman. The country is good, Dubai is a good place to live, and why not? Then I extended another stay. So, but right now I'm on 1 season loan. Then I have another 1 year left on my contract with Al-Shabaab.
Where is your next target?
Europe, inshallah.
Are you working on it?
Yeah.
What is your training schedule like? Do you practice every day?
Literally, I walk a lot. People close to me, knows how much I walk. I have a personal trainer. We've been training for 2 to 3 years now. If people who follow me on my social media normally see videos of me training with a white coach. So he's been taking me personally, because if you want to be better than your mates, you have to work extra harder than them.
True.
So I always believe in hard work. So
great.
I pay this guy every month from my pocket just to get better. So whenever I train with the team, when we are having a session in the afternoon, I'll have a session with him. It's an online session in the morning. He's a top trainer. He trains most of these big players, David Luiz, Douglas Costa, Ribery, and all these big players. So
great.
He helps me a lot to improve my strength and in my game. So ever since I started working with him 3 years ago, I feel that my game has been improving, and I continue working with him. So I work really hard.
Yeah. Some people mostly say Gambians, then Taylor Doyle, see so many things. And I see you doing all this effort to grow bigger and better. What does football mean to you?
Football is my life. Football means everything to me. This is something that changed my life. This is something that gave me the life that I've always dreamed of, the life that I always wanted my family to live. I got everything to make my mom, my father, my siblings, everyone around me happy through this football. So it means a whole lot to me, and it's a source of motivation for me whenever I see how far I've gone, and how far this whole thing have changed my life and the life of my family. Makes me want to work even harder and help even not just my family, but my community, my country, and the people around me.
Great. Because talking about helping your community, I've heard people said Steve bought a dog and his community are struggling. Saw it on social media.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel when you heard that?
I mean,
And when you saw it?
people are always gonna talk, but you help people, but I mean, you also have to live your life.
Exactly.
I have a charity foundation, so I guess people that were talking about the dog forget
Don't know
that I
about
have
that.
a charity
Yeah,
foundation
definitely.
that helps
Definitely.
orphanages and poor people in the community every time. Yeah, so me getting the dog, I'm a dog lover, and I'm on 3 now. They just saw one, I'm on 3 now.
Well, then I'm sure they will keep complaining
They will
that
keep
there are more
complaining,
people that
but-
are hungry, and Steve is buying dogs. I mean, what are their names, your dogs?
Raya, Ragnar, and Kobe.
Who do you name them after?
Raya is from my sister's daughter, Soraya, is her name, so I
Nice.
just got it to Raya. And Ragnar is from a wild movie, the
Okay.
Viking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's a wild guy. So Ragnar is like the pit bull,
Ragnar
the
is
big
wild.
ball, the big dog.
Wow.
So the other 2, Kobe and Raya, are small dogs.
They're here, or
Kobe is in the US, Raya and Ragnar are here.
who's the sports icon that influenced you the most?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Nice.
I gained my work ethics from him.
That's good. Do you guys know each other, or
No,
not yet?
I hope
You
so.
will.
I hope.
You will one day. What do you do on your leisure times?
Disturbing my guys. I like making jokes, and I just want to be around positive people. I just want to be happy. Whenever I'm free, I just want to be. If you see me, I don't have like many friends. All the people around me are like my younger brother's friends and stuff. So they are like kids. So I just want to be around positive energy all the time. So whenever I have free time, it's either because at my house we have like upstairs we have like a bar sort of, has a pool table, place to play, a bobby. So I have all that in my house just to make everyone feel comfortable. If you're gonna play the pool table, you'll be at the football side or the bobby. So
Yeah.
I always like to be around people chilling, just chilling and enjoying.
It must be very boring as a celebrity because you are not supposed to be socializing everywhere, going in town. How does this make you feel? I'm sure you must be bored of it.
Yeah, sometimes it's a bit stressing. Sometimes I'm like to my friends, I wish I could live a free life like you guys.
I know, go everywhere.
Yeah, sometimes when we go party and they are dancing freely, doing whatever they want, I'm like, okay, I have to know my...
Yeah, because, you
I
know,
have
there
to
might
watch
be
my steps.
paparazzi
Yeah,
here
you know, you
taking
don't-
pictures of you.
Yeah, I can do a normal thing and it will be interpreted
Yeah,
differently. So
definitely.
sometimes it's a bit difficult, but we thank God still.
Yeah.
It comes with the package.
I know it comes with it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not easy.
Right.
So what advice will you give to young people?
Yeah, man, young aspiring people, either being a football player or something else, whatever you want to be in life, just believe in yourself, work hard. Don't let nobody tell you you can do it. You can always do it. Never feel down. Always raise your head up and keep working hard. And inshallah, you will get to wherever you want to be. And I want to say a big thank you for the support that I've been receiving from Gambia, China, Saudi, everywhere. The support is just too much, and I can thank you guys much. But I promise to keep working hard, delivering in the field, and keeping that beautiful smile on your faces.
That's great.
Peace.
That's a great one. Right. So last one. Do you listen to Gambian music?
Yup.
Who's your favorite?
That's a difficult one.
Because da nga bañ gaay mere la. Before ñuy wax ne Steve dafa toog si interview di wax ne kii mooy sama
Yaa ngi
favorite.
gis.
But da nga koo wax tey de. I don't know nu mu faa demee nag. Okay, naa la jox opportunity nga wax 3.
Okay, 3, perfect. I'll go for Big Fa.
Okay. Why Big Fa?
He's my guy.
He makes a lot of noise though.
That's my guy. Yeah, I mean, I've known him from when I was young. He used to come over here. He's not living far from here.
Okay.
He lives in Tallinn, so
Nice.
he used to come over. So I've known him when I was young. So we keep in touch on WhatsApp all the time. So he's my
Great.
guy. So
Great.
yeah, and I'll go with ST and Jizzle, of course.
I knew it. Of course. Because I knew if you mention ST, by force I'm apologies. Politician. Right. So is Steve married?
Yeah, Steve is married.
How does it feel being married?
Feels good. Helps you focus on your job and not be jumping around everywhere.
Yeah, because you definitely are not supposed to be jumping around everywhere.
Exactly. So yeah.
I'm glad that you are married. As a young person, if you are into something serious in your life, you definitely have to be focused. So being married is the solution.
Right.
I mean, as long as you're happy, then that's all. Right. I mean, some people would say, Steve, the far beast, Hamud Bopam, he's too proud. Is that true?
I mean, knowing me, when you get close to me, it's different. But when you see me outside, I'm not really proud. But I'm not the type that talks a lot if I'm not like used to you. But smaller meaning rang des so na dinga yakam di mo joge sa bor.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
are you an introvert? Will you say you're an introvert?
No, I wouldn't say I'm an introvert, but sometimes a bit lay low. But I'm still flex.
Okay. All right. He's still flex. So what are you signing off with?
Yeah, I mean, just a big thank you, like I said earlier on, to everyone. The love was great from yesterday, 5 years ago. The support has always been too much. I mean, like they said, I mean, he's the fans' favorite, and I don't think I can thank the Gambian fans much, because I've seen the love yesterday from the social media, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. I'm still replying on messages because I try as much as possible to
give respond back
to everyone and make them feel appreciated. You know, so.
Because I'm a Gambian, but like
so yeah, I'm still replying to the messages. So it's a great feeling to know that people love and appreciate what you are doing, and just a big thank you to them, a big thank you to my family, a big thank you to everyone that's always been supportive. I'll keep working hard and hopefully get better in the next game against Angola and give you guys the goal that I've always been promising you, inshallah.
We're looking forward to that, because Gambia getting our win, especially the Scorpion.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to that.
Inshallah.
All right, Steve, it's a pleasure having you.
A pleasure.
Once again, I am so grateful for gracing my interview, because I called you about an hour ago, not long ago, and you accepted. So thank you so much. This is the first time I'm having a footballer and Steve on the playlist. It's a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Okay, viewers, this is what we have for you on the playlist for the very first time, having Steve Trawally, a footballer. I hope you enjoyed this session. Till we come your way, you know what it is. It's the playlist signing off.
Hello! There's a new update from your favorite GSM operator, AfriCell.
For all of you that have struggled to buy cash power beyond $7,000, AfriCell has done it again. The limit to buy cash power is now up to $30,000. Oh yes, $30,000.
Buy all the cash power you want from your AfriMoney account by dialing *777#.
Where AfriCell goes, nobody dares to follow.
Agada.
Mbijan raganyadi.
Albaka.
Mbaka important.
Yo, nga transfer la sto.
Ya transfer la sto.
Ha, code nyenje.
Okay. Korsa. Nsila ID soto.
Ah, sa soto. Sorry. Agada.
Mbijan bro.
Albaka.
Mbaka.
Bara alla service o tariaka.
Mbale.
Mo ki janna nun kunu bara tariaka.
Jannom yona forest de bureau. Gambia tonkon na no mbali ya bere. Birim koyna fo kato.
Barisi kodo kino kato ni fo bolong blabe.
56 branches mola soto Gambia jam. Ha? Gambia kono ani Gambia bantala bankol. Nko kono kiya bere.
kodo sifa fo falindiro fo nyaadi lafta même na kodi topoto nin kodi maraw jannom number 1 di nyonta andum fana nata anoda enterprise sotale wolam nyindi ko domorol fana kol fana be firale le dadi ma nin domorol dir fana beteata Gambia dawda yalo ngam fa kendol sotale je
wo mo yo diat
apelenta
ni wo ka ni na lafta nyelen kendol e bina
yalo bu kanyi la ko la baraka ba
yalo ndel ciosano lo
abaraka